White Castle burgers are delicious when you're drunk.
Please sponsor us. Okay, episode 10.
Yeah.
That's what this is. Do you want to bring it in? Do we want to introduce ourselves?
Happy 10 episodes.
Happy 10
fellas.
episodes. I think that's as good of an intro as any. Really.
That's disappointing.
I'm
Patrick.
disappointed.
Oh,
You're disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
Jill's disappointed.
And also Jill.
This is the unwanted epilogue. Episode 10. I'm Patrick.
I'm Ford.
Well, I'm still Jill.
Oh,
Well,
you could have switched with one of us if you wanted to.
Well, it feels right
someone's got to be Jill.
to be me.
But we're on 10 episodes. That's,
Cheers.
I don't know if that's more than I thought we would ever do, but
I appreciate our commitment.
it's more than I hoped we would ever
Because
do.
the movies have gotten severely worse as we proceed.
We've gotten better at punishing ourselves
It's bad, y'all.
through these movie choices.
It was
Yeah, I
bad
think
this time.
at the beginning we were being too nice to ourselves, and now we've gone too far in the other direction.
Yeah, we need to dial it back.
The pendulum has swung very far.
Very far. After like 2 or really even 3 or 4 of these in a row that are just not even that interesting, like that we picked them because of their painfulness, right?
Yes. That's part of the
People are
the
gonna
thing.
listen to this and be like, "Are you guys okay?"
And we're not, is
not.
the answer.
Yeah, we might not be.
And that's fine.
We'll never be okay again after this movie. Vampire Dog was the first nail in the coffin,
And-
unintended.
Karate Dog.
If you'll pardon the pun.
Karate Dog, this movie, it was worse in certain ways and better in certain ways.
I
It was
think it
definitely-
was better.
More entertaining,
That's what I said.
but
Chevy Chase had like probably 10 times as many lines as the talking dog, as Norm Macdonald did in Vampire Dog. But they were all delivered so flatly, without emotion, like all recorded in the same session probably.
I mean, probably, but like, how did you find this movie? Did you like just search bad talking dog movie?
Actually, yeah. Kind of.
Okay, good to know. Because we had Norm Macdonald and now we have fucking Chevy Chase.
I did find it through just like randomly searching, and it wasn't specifically for like 0% on Rotten Tomatoes or anything like that.
Okay.
It was for like bad animal movies, but I got a lot of Sharknado type stuff.
Yeah,
So-
I did too.
This was like a legitimate movie,
kind of.
kind of.
This is a TV
Ish.
movie.
Was it a TV
It's
movie?
a TV movie.
Man, come on.
This is a Redbox movie before Redbox existed.
Right.
Had Redbox existed when this came out, this would have been a Redbox exclusive feature that
I
Redbox
wouldn't
produced.
even like put sunburn peelings in a red box for this movie.
Yeah.
To try to fool the machine.
Nope, wouldn't even bother.
Okay, first of all, this movie has Jon Voight in it, which alone makes it worth watching for his whatever they gave him to get him to do this, whether it was a Charlie Sheen-sized pile of cocaine or like a whole lot of liquor, like just a truck full of liquor.
Okay, well, do we know what Jon Voight was up to? And this came out in 2005, so possibly even like shooting in 2000.
Ray Donovan is a documentary. So in that show...
So he was in prison,
He
is
was-
what you're saying.
He's been in prison, he robs people, he's a grifter, he has sex with prostitutes. Really, he's an American.
He has a ponytail.
Yeah, he does. In that and in this.
I think there are certain actors in Hollywood that will work for so basically there are these producers that employ like Willy Wonka style teams of people to go down into the Amazon and like hack their way through the jungle and find like new drugs, and they bring them back, and then they offer the actors like Jon Voight like, hey, come be in this movie, you can do all of the crazy Amazonian vine drug that we just
Where?
discovered that you possibly can do.
Glint. All the glint you can handle.
It's way better than ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
So
You're stupid.
they know that they can that's the ace in the hole, you know?
I was going to say they all get paid scale, but it's like how much cocaine they can fit on a
the
scale.
Yeah.
Was cocaine that fashionable in 2004 or 5?
See, it's got to be new drugs though, because Jon Voight can buy all the cocaine he wants.
Sure, he can get anything.
Right.
He's Jon Voight.
I know 2 things. Robbing banks and fucking black chicks.
So they have to be sending people to like, hey, look, we found in a castle in Eastern Europe that's full of vampires. We found this shit.
It had the perfect conditions for these weird mushrooms, and they dripped onto the floor, and that grew some other weird mushrooms.
Okay,
Right.
we have neglected to mention, I think, that he's the bad guy.
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
With his ponytail.
He does karate.
And his
Sounds like
karate.
Foghorn. He's a Japanese Foghorn Leghorn.
Oh, God.
Holy shit. He's dressed in traditional Japanese garb, but I say, he sure does sound like Foghorn
so this
Leghorn.
is the theory that here Jon Voight gets this script and is like, oh, I'm gonna do a southern accent because that's what I'm feeling today. And he's like, I need a voice coach. And they're like, no money for that. We will send you these Looney Tunes episodes and just watch Foghorn Leghorn. And
When I
this
say,
is this
you'll be ready
man's
to go.
entire dialogue for the whole fucking film. He's like, well, like, what are you doing?
So
I'm just a simple karate man, but...
They sent him those, and they accidentally mixed in a few other ones, like the one where Bugs Bunny goes to Japan and dresses up like a girl bunny in a kimono, and he's like, I have to wear those costumes. Yeah.
It all makes sense to him, but he is...
Well, he looks like Steven Seagal in his later years, where
Ooh,
he
we
dressed
fucked up,
in
y'all.
only, like, full...
How did we fuck up?
Because it's the Karate Dog, right?
Oh, we
It's
forgot
not-
to mention.
It's like the Karate Kid. We even get some Mr. Miyagi
Okay,
action.
the actor who played Mr. Miyagi in Karate Kid shows up at the beginning of this movie as...
For 5 minutes.
For 5 minutes, because that was all they could afford in a movie where they had the budget for Jon Voight and other real actors like Jaime Pressly. And then he leaves because he dies, which I called when I saw him. I was like, he's
they
totally
couldn't afford
toast.
him.
So yeah, it has the same plot as Vampire Dog, by the way, we have to mention. You'll notice this like
Yeah.
30 minutes into the movie that it's exactly
That's
the same
because
plot.
I paid such good attention to the Home Alone aspect of Vampire Dog. Jon Voight is... wait a minute. Okay, Mr. Miyagi, whose name is Chun-Li. Not Chun-Li.
Chin-Li.
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 I'm sorry. He is protecting like this fountain of youth, except it's gonna fuck your world up. And so Jon Voight, you know, when he's revealing his bad guy plan, reveals he's actually like ancient as fuck. He's so old, but he's been using a drug called L99 that Chun-Li was protecting, and it's like, okay, more wrinkles be gone. We're just right back in Vampire Dog.
The backplots that they use this to rig Greyhound races, where they give the dogs this L99.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, I didn't even know that was what was
You
happening.
didn't. What about Summer? What's her name?
I
Southern
tuned
Beauty?
that out.
Southern Beauty.
Southern Beauty, the Greyhound.
Okay, so there's not just one talking animal in this movie. There's a menagerie of talking animals in this movie. There's
Cats,
cats, there's other
dogs.
dogs. I think
That's it.
That
that's
may be it.
Is that it?
Cats and dogs.
I mean, that pretty much covers
They
the whole
couldn't
gamut,
afford
right?
any more animals.
That is all the animals.
Yeah, I don't know any other animal kingdoms
Can't
other
think
than
of
those
any
two.
other animals. Yeah.
No.
Cats and dogs. That's it.
This movie features a dog party that Chevy Chase dog throws in the house while the detective is gone. Oh, we gotta, okay.
We're getting ahead of ourselves every
There's
fucking
just no
time.
plot to cover. There's a detective dog.
Okay, so the dog, after his master dies,
Chin-Li.
and the cops show up to the crime scene where this happens. The dog jumps in the back of the car of millionaire detective who also owns a really nice
Simon
car,
Rex,
Ace
Detective
Cunningham.
Fowler.
aka Detective Fuck Up, who can't do anything right.
Foul up.
Well, I called him
Like
Detective Fuck Up.
Fowler.
He's a loose cannon, Detective Fowler.
He talks to
He's
dogs.
the laptop cop, y'all. He's
Oh
a
my God.
scientist. He does technology, clicking and clacking.
He has a Palm Pilot
He's
computer.
got a Palm computer. It's not a Palm Pilot. He calls it a Palm computer.
Send it to my Palm computer. Okay, he also... Can we talk about how he has an artificial intelligence?
He programmed his own AI and he's still working as a shitty cop.
In 2005, when this movie ostensibly takes place, or whenever the fuck it was filmed...
Let's say 2004.
Okay, we'll give them that much credit at least. They have a perfect voice recognition AI that also has the capability to like instantaneously search the internet and do all this other shit. Like, okay, movie computers are always stupid. Like, they're always dumb, and I get that they have to be
Are
that
they,
way.
Jarvis? Are they?
Except for the movie Hackers.
But like, why?
Why do they have to be that dumb?
Well,
though?
why? It was such a. It's
Why does
such-
he need an AI?
And he doesn't use it much. It's in like 2 scenes, and it it would make Microsoft shit themselves if they could have this thing. It infers what he's
Don't
trying
hurt the
to do.
fake.
He literally created Skynet on his laptop.
Right, it's such like an amazing thing, and they use it for like 2 throwaway scenes in the movie. Like, why even bother?
Did you hear my burp?
No.
Okay.
You did a good job.
Is it just that makes his character more of like a techie guy?
Yes.
But that never plays into the
He's
movie.
the
No.
laptop cop.
Does
Like-
does that ever play into him like solving the
No,
crime?
like why?
No,
why
because
bother
he brings
building
the
all that up?
CD. Okay, so when he does do some good old-fashioned computer work and figures something out, he brings the CD to the police place, headquarters, whatever it's called,
HQ.
and destroys every computer on Earth when he sticks the CD into the CD drive. Somehow, a virus on a CD-ROM blows up every computer within a 50-mile radius of the police
Well,
headquarters.
and he's smart enough to invent something better than, Alexa, but can't make sure that the files that he pulled off of the computer that he was breaking
Didn't have a
into-
bomb on them.
Yeah, didn't have a fucking bomb on them.
He's
Like,
doing
however
what
that
he
works.
can under the circumstances.
I mean, you act like that's crazy, but that's really not that crazy.
Okay.
That's how Stuxnet worked. It's just, that was like
From
brought
a
over
CD?
in files that they downloaded.
Not even from
Okay.
okay.
But,
you
would
just
it explode your computer, though?
Stuxnet literally spun the centrifuges fast enough to blow them up.
Holy shit.
Like, yes.
Okay, that's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, movie. We'll give you that one.
No one thought that hard about it who made this movie.
No.
Well, and like there are certain processors that you can cause them to like destroy themselves with instructions. Yes.
I appreciate your attempt to legitimize this film. I don't think anyone who worked on it was this smart.
That's the least stupid part. Like,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're technically correct, which is the worst kind of
Like
correct.
the stupid bit of that's that the guy that programmed this crazy advanced AI that like figures out what he's trying to do and like help is like his basically computer sidekick. Like, and
Didn't
he's
tell him?
apparently told no one about this or like
Right.
tried to sell it to anyone. He didn't like stick it in that first or
No.
Let's
Yeah,
And
didn't
that's-
that thing
or
like
even, pull
decode
up,
all the
like,
information?
he
for
didn't even
them?
pull up the files at home just to make sure that he didn't download like the wrong fucking folder.
Yeah, just like pictures of his penis that he
Right.
put in a PowerPoint.
Yeah, he brings it up in
Okay.
front of his boss, and his boss is like,
But this is
Look,
this
these are
is
great,
our
but
plot. Okay?
we don't have time for this.
Detective and Cho-Cho, the talking dog, are going to solve
Cho-Cho.
Chun-Li's murder with I don't know what.
Well, first of all, he's not just a talking dog. He's more than that. He can drive a car. He can do karate. He can do mad karate. He can do Matrix dodges. He does that at one point in the movie. He dodges things in Matrix fashion. He, what else does he do? He hits on a dog and maybe also bangs
He
her.
makes a lot of sense.
oh yeah, remember the scene where he goes in for a date and the dog is sitting out talking to him on an earpiece to tell him what to say?
Oh god. Okay, so Detective Fuck Up goes on a date with Jaime Pressly, and the dog.
She's absolutely goo goo for him. Like, you would just have to sit there and be.
Simon Rex
He would have to be lit like
of Scary Movie fame.
relatively nothing like during that dinner, and he'd be fine. You know
Yeah,
what I
if
mean?
he had sat there and literally said nothing and like drooled into his food, he would have had sex with her that night. But because he had to be creepy and be like
Cho-Cho.
saying the stuff that the dog
Cho-Cho
was
the
saying.
Chevy Chase.
Yeah.
The
was
dog
going
told her
to
to say stuff, and of course it was
coach him
like,
through.
I want to expunge your anal glands. Things like that.
What's a dog like you doing in a place like this? And she's like, Ninja, you just call me a dog? I'm out.
Yeah. So she leaves because he spends a lot of time on Reddit, so he doesn't know how to talk to women.
Whatever. Do you want to hear some good trivia about
Like me.
Because this is lame. Okay. So, Jon Voight's son in this movie is played by Ron Lester.
Oh my gosh, she's breaking out the notes. Hang on.
I wrote stuff down.
Hang on.
Let me make sure that's his
You mean
real
his
name.
large son?
His thick son.
His thick son. This actor's name, maybe. Yeah, Ron Lester is his name. But they were both in Varsity Blues in 1999, and this came out in 2005.
The connections.
Connections.
They're everywhere. So Jon Voight has a thick son in this movie who also does karate, but more of a satirical karate because he thinks his dad is kind of a stupid idiot.
Well, who doesn't?
He hates his dad, but they were both in Varsity Blues. This is what matters. Also, he died very young.
He's dead?
Ron Lester is dead.
Well, yeah. Let's take guesses of what he died from.
He
Chris
got
Farley
syphilis.
disease?
No. no. He got really skinny. I believe it was possibly a drug and alcohol problem.
Ooh,
You should.
I feel bad about
Hit it with the Google. Hit it with the Google.
I don't want to look it up if it was drug or
a drug
alcohol.
alcohol problem fueled by his his weak heart.
Unprofessional podcast.
Was that one of you? No, it wasn't. We're like not telling a lot about what this
No,
movie is
because
actually
look,
about.
it really isn't worth going through line by line.
Of
in this
course
movie.
not.
Or even like roughly scene by scene, it's not even worth it. It's the plot that's been done a zillion times where like the guy in charge of the business knows that the product he's about to unleash is like actually poisonous.
Oh man.
Yeah, because Jon Voight is losing his
But
fucking
he doesn't
mind.
care, and that's never explained either why he doesn't care, because he's not like, we'll be rich. It's just like he's kind of insane now.
It had like
He gets boils.
a very PG version of The Fly, kind of, where it's like he's taking this thing and it makes him stronger and faster and better, but it also makes him go crazy and he has like weird boils on his face, and but it doesn't go nearly as far. Like it's the PG version of that plot.
It's like he's bad because you can tell he's bad, kind
Right.
of. Yeah.
Okay, anyway, if we're gonna talk about any part of this movie, we've got to talk about Jon Voight fucking fighting it out with this dog.
He's got a little
CGI
ponytail.
dog
There's more than
at
one.
the
Voight's got a
end.
little ponytail.
You're right.
The long, epic battle between CGI
Guys,
Chocho.
You guys, Jon Voight's got a little ponytail.
He does.
He has a teeny tiny ponytail.
That's
a
the
wig?
source of all
Fight.
his power.
Is it a
no,
wig?
I don't think it is.
That is, I think that's his hair.
I think
he
Jon
grew
Voight.
it?
I think he
He
has
grew
one
it.
in Ray Donovan. He has a ponytail.
IRL.
Does he have one in Anaconda? Because I think he does.
He does, I think. I think he
I
just has
almost
longer
picked that
hair.
movie.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Except that it actually is kind of legitimately a great movie.
It's pretty bad, though.
No, it's terrible, but it's like a good bad movie. So
It is
maybe
a
would
good
be.
bad
Maybe
movie.
would
It
be
was
good.
not nearly as painful to watch as this piece
I
of shit.
know that I watched that in somewhat more recent memory and had like criticisms of it that we should probably do Anaconda.
I watched it and not too long. I think it was on Netflix now or something.
Maybe.
And it just made me laugh a lot.
There's like the monster isn't in the movie that much.
No, there's a lot of Jon Voight doing a bad accent, which is why if you're gonna watch this movie, that's the reason you should watch it, because Jon Voight really fucking goes for the scenery and chews on it.
Yeah.
And does
I'll
a
say.
horrible
He
accent.
gobbles up the scenery.
and
The
gobbles it up,
accent.
pukes it up, and then gobbles up the puke.
He's the
Okay,
Langolier.
speaking of that kind of weird
Literally
shit.
fucking eats the world.
So most of the time you see this dog is CGI. And so the pauses between the dog talking to fucking Detective Foul Up,
Fuck up.
there's like these painful pauses where Chevy Chase is like, I'm a fucking dog. And Detective Foul Up is like, oh, you're a fucking dog. But there's like a 20-minute motherfucking gap between conversations. And it is very annoying. It's too much. It's poorly edited.
Yeah, there's not enough cuts.
No.
They should have cut it a lot quicker.
In every one of Chevy Chase's lines, I know I said this earlier, is delivered exactly the same, monotone, without inflection, with the mic too far away from his mouth. Like,
He did it from his toilet.
That, more than anything, more than the plot, more than the shittiness of the whole thing, is why this is a lot like Vampire Dog in every way, because it's so it's like you said, they didn't fucking wake up on time that day, and because of that, everything is just a little bit less than it should have been. But especially Chevy Chase.
well, I think it's like,
And Norm Macdonald's performance, it's literally like they just don't give a fuck. Like they're sitting back on a couch in a room and they're just like,
yeah. I don't watch a lot of talking dog children's movies, but from what I remember, like Air Bud and Homeward Bound, the quality of the talking animals is a lot higher. It seems like they went into...
The voice acting is better in
like,
those movies. And I
right.
don't remember who the actors are.
And I think they tried to animate the mouths like less,
Yeah.
They tried to make like the lips
Did they
move
talk
less.
in Homeward Bound? Do
Yeah.
they open their
In
mouths?
I
Homeward
don't know.
Bound, they don't. It's
No, they just-
live action,
but they talk.
puppies
But they
and
talk, yeah.
kittens,
It's
and
like
Michael J.
telepathy.
Fox voiceover.
See, it's Michael J. Fox. That's why.
But it seems like people get this idea of like, we'll make a talking dog movie, and then realize like, this is hella fucking expensive. Like,
Well, there's only 2 scenes where the CGI that looks kind of like the Scooby-Doo movie.
Yes, like Scooby-Doo, regular movie, and Haunted Spooky Island, and what is it? Monsters Unleashed.
Yeah, he looks... Actually,
Chow looks like Scoob.
Chocho looks maybe a little better
He does not look
than
as good as
Scooby-Doo.
Scoob.
I mean, they don't show him as much in this movie. And I think the problem with Scooby-Doo is he's animated the whole time. There's never a time when it's a real dog, so I don't know.
But Scooby-Doo had like a budget.
Sure.
I mean, they knew going in what they were doing.
Yeah.
These movies are definitely like...
And a script. And
they came up with the movie and then had to like find whatever money they could. It wasn't really the other way around, I don't think.
I couldn't even find the budget for it when I went looking.
Yeah.
But I mean, it did... One thing you can give this movie over Vampire Dogs, it looked like they spent a little bit of money here and there. Like, there were scenes where there were like 20 dogs running through an actual, like, building or something.
Okay, there was one scene of that and there were two shots. One of them, they came out of a bus, and then the next shot... They ran into a hallway and turned left towards the camera and ran kind of off camera. Like, they were two very short shots.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Speaking of that.
But there was anything remotely like that in Vampire Dog.
No.
Okay, Jon Voight. He is kick-ass. He is like a warrior now that he takes L99, which is the magic drug that Chun-Li was protecting, and this whole movie was about. Chun-Li gets killed, yada, 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 solving the murder. But Jon Voight is doing this, like, he's kicking the boards, right? He's karate chopping them. He's fucking kicking them. He goes off screen at one point. Then we have, like, stunt guy with his back to the camera breaking some boards. And then, hi-ya! Jon Voight is back. And it was like, if you put this much effort into literally every other scene of this movie, it may not have
Then it would have been a movie
hard.
called The Karate Kid.
Instead of The Karate Dog. Make sure you have it right on the...
Oh, I'll make sure
on
it's
the
right
linkage.
when I type it in.
The Karate Dog.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt her SEO.
Oh, and we watched this bitch on YouTube, y'all. You can watch this
You
mess
can watch this film
on YouTube.
for free on YouTube. It's not even... You don't even have to pirate it on your Boxy or your Roku or whatever it is you fucking degenerates use to watch movies.
I use a British version called a Snodgrass.
Snodgrass.
So during the scene where he's helping Detective fuck up date a lady and saying stupid things in her ear, he says while he's looking at another dog, "Look at the chassis on that lassie." Someone wrote that and put it in a movie.
And it was Chevy Chase's favorite line.
Chevy Chase probably enjoyed delivering
Someone
it too.
was very hungover. They crashed through the gate to get into the office, to get into the building for that meeting. It was embarrassing for all participants. They turned in their work, and that's what they wrote. The chassis on that lassie.
I think it was actually an intern's, like, test project. Like, what they make them do to see if they'll hire them or not.
Okay.
And that guy didn't do his work and just turned in the intern's work.
Exactly. It was bad.
All right, this movie sucked.
I groaned
Should
a lot.
we move on to the...
How much have we recorded?
We're about 30 minutes. We're doing pretty good.
With the nonsense at the beginning or without it? I feel like we haven't
without
said
it.
anything.
Without it.
Okay.
We talked about the movie.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We go as long as we feel like
Chevy
going.
Chase,
You're right,
Jon
you're
Voight,
Okay, so-
Ron Lester.
We're hitting the YouTube trailer again. This time,
For some comments?
it's a fucking gold mine. Let me tell you
Let
right
me
now.
hear it.
First of all, we have Ken Bailey, 3 years ago. I worked on this piece of crap, and I can tell you this. This is why we changed the name of the film to Karate Dog.
The Karate Dog.
The Karate Dog. He doesn't say that, though. The title was originally named Chocho, LOL. In Spain, Chocho is, parentheses, vulgari,
Vulgary?
the female vulva, sexual connotation, but I don't know what that might mean in Peru. However, in certain parts of southern Spain, it used to call someone something like sweetheart. For example, whatever. I particularly find it rude and would not want my kids to use that word.
Cho. They don't even use his fucking name enough to keep up with his name.
Patrick, you're a fucking cho-cho.
I don't know if I believe any of that comment, by the
my
way.
Cho.
Oh, that's not what I'm...
Cho.
I think that's probably the best one on there, but I have a
Does
good review
anyone shit
also.
talk? I want someone to be like, fuck this.
Someone says, this movie looks fucking good in all caps. Fucking good in all caps.
Fucking good!
Fucking with a G or an N? Fucking good.
I can't wait!
Fucking with a G. He wrote the whole thing.
Damn, it's fucking good.
Fucking good.
Okay, so now we go on to IMDb for...
What's the trivia look like for this piece of shit?
I don't think there is any. When does Karate Cat come out?
Nuh-uh.
Karate Dog changed my life.
No.
I must know what Karate Dog is up to now.
No.
I know he must be fighting crime and kicking the crap out of bad guys somewhere. He is amazing. My favorite part was the dog party, not the one at the end. My second favorite part was Jon Voight racing the dogs on the track. We didn't mention that part. That was a good part. My third favorite part was Mr. Miyagi's role as Karate Dog Sensei. My fourth favorite part was when Karate Dog was feeding lines to Detective Jackass when he was on his date with Jaime Pressly. My fifth favorite part was when Karate Dog and Jon Voight were fighting on the roof and Karate Dog kicked his ass. My sixth favorite part was when Karate Dog was being interrogated by the police and remained silent. Ha ha! My seventh favorite part was when Karate Dog was driving the detective's car. He crashed him into a pond.
He did crash his car. This person wrote a better review than a podcast.
My eighth favorite part was Jon Voight drinking the neon juice and acting all young and vibrant. Funny stuff. My ninth favorite part was when the babies tried to steal the van from the daycare center. Oh wait, that's my second favorite movie, Super Babies, Baby Geniuses 2. See my review there. It's
Original great. Baby Geniuses is better than Baby Geniuses 2.
My ninth favorite part from Karate Dog was every time Chevy Chase said something funny, which was always.
No.
My 10th favorite part was when they blew up all those computers by inserting a CD. And closely following that, actually before that, I enjoyed Karate Dog going in there Mission Impossible style to copy the CD in the first place. Yeah, we did not mention that either.
Wait a minute. Did you write this review?
I did not. Okay, first of all...
How old is it?
This is from 2011.
No.
Is this a joke, though?
This guy probably... This sounds like he's self-aware of what's going on.
Can we see what else
here.
He's reviewed?
He said, see my Baby Geniuses 2 review.
Just click on his profile and see if he only reviews shit like this.
He only has reviewed Karate Dog and Troll 2.
You know what? We're watching Original Baby Geniuses.
I just kicked the table. I just kicked the table.
We are watching Original Baby Geniuses at some point.
No, we're not. Why?
Yes,
can we stop? Can we please stop doing children's movies?
No.
They're so bad.
Never.
Please?
Never.
This is becoming unfun when we just have to do a bunch of movies that have no substance.
You two got to pick fucking terrible movies, but now I have to be the upswing?
None of the movies we've watched have any substance whatsoever. Maybe Poseidon Adventure, the first one.
You know what? I would gladly be done with animal movies so that I can do my next pick, which will be hella dope.
What is your next pick?
I feel like it's time for Wing Commander.
Oh,
We've done 10. It's time for Wing Commander.
No.
I can do Wing Commander.
This is 10.
No.
Wing Commander.
Okay. Ford's is vetoing any further pet movies due to the horribleness of this movie.
Wing Commander.
If it's meant to be for fucking...
Do they make pet movies for people over 15 years old? I'm asking seriously.
We could watch 9 Lives.
Cujo. Pet Cemetery.
You guys let my topical joke just fall.
I'm sorry.
9 Lives. You know who's in 9 Lives?
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Spacey. Topical.
Oh, no.
Topical.
We're editing all this out.
He's a cat. We're not editing this out. He's a cat. That is upsetting to me. He is a businessman who ends up in a cat.
Wait, that's the movie that Sean Tucker liked because it had Christopher Walken as the bad guy.
Oh shit, really?
God damn it.
We're doing Wing Commander.
All right.
Matthew Lillard.
Tune in
Freddie Prinze Jr.
6 months from now for Wing Commander.
With Matthew Lillard and Freddie Prinze Jr.
That is the worst movie ever.
I kind of love it.
That
movie's worse than that.
That movie is worse than this
They take a shower with the dudes and the chicks in the same room, and then they go shoot bugs?
No,
it's
that's
a fantastic
Starship
movie.
Okay, first of all,
Starship Troopers is whack.
Since we've already moved on from this horrible piece of shit.
Neil Patrick Harris is a
I hit the table.
By the way, would anyone recommend that anyone watch The Karate Dog?
No.
If for some reason you're listening to this podcast, like episode by episode, and you're like, I want to keep up with what they're watching, then watch these fucking free movies. It's not free. Vampire Dog is on Netflix, but this is a free movie.
Don't even let your kids watch Karate Dog.
That sucks a big cock.
You know what?
And you can watch it, and you can know exactly what we're shitting on, and that we're like just good people shitting on a bad movie.
No, we're terrible people, and these are also terrible movies.
We're medium people.
The reason we
these
do
are
this
terrible movies.
is because our dreams are dead, and we cannot create anything of our own, and therefore we have to shit on other people to get any satisfaction out of life.
Exactly.
Here's my positive. Simon Rex, Jaime Pressly, I loved your performances. I love that you got to have careers
Jaime
after
Pressly,
this.
be in more movies.
Yes.
Jaime Pressly, get less DUIs and be in more movies.
Oh my god.
Look, she didn't get a DUI. It was suspicion of drunk driving, and they said that we won't throw the book at you if you make another season of My Name is Earl.
Also, she's beautiful.
Were you there when it happened?
She's glorious.
Yes.
But
She's a
really,
treasure.
Simon Rex is a redeeming quality of the Scary Movie franchise.
But not this fucking movie.
And Jaime Pressly, fucking stellar on My Name is Earl.
But
we
not
had
this
a
fucking
nice
movie.
conversation. Okay, your agent calls and says, "Hey, bitch, I got a movie for you. Money, please."
It stars Chevy Chase. He never shuts the fuck up. And you get to be with a dog the whole
But
time.
you don't have to ever actually work directly with him.
Also,
No.
you don't have to have sex with Harvey Weinstein to get the part.
Oh, we're too topical tonight.
But it won't hurt.
Coming in hot.
But
We
it
came
can't
in hot.
hurt.
Ugh.
Just leave the gaps because it's just like the movie. Say something, and then I'll respond like it's real dialogue in the movie. Go.
Talking dog, you're a talking dog. Holy shit.
I am a talking dog.
What's it to you, bitch?
You talked too soon, Ford. You talked
Yeah,
too soon.
you did it sooner
There's
than they
gotta
edited
be
in
that,
the
like,
movie.
full 5 seconds.
Oh, I was being
gap.
the dog still.
Go ahead, go again.
Oh.
Go again.
He needs a line. He needs a line.
Line.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi. It was
Okay.
so bad.
It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I didn't. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
Disturbingly bad.
Disturbingly bad. That's what you would say about this?
What disturbed me was like, you know what? I'm going to take it back. Because Simon Rex really tried to save this piece of shit.
I like Simon Rex.
He was
Okay,
like,
are you
doing
talking about Andy
his
Sandberg?
thing.
Is that who you're talking about?
His name is not
I like Simon
Andy
Rex.
or Randy or Sandy Sandberg.
I really
And I
liked
like Jaime
Randy
Pressly.
Sandberg in this movie.
I like them both.
And I liked Jaime Pressly.
Yeah.
I liked her better
In Wolf
on
of
my...
Wall Street when she got naked?
That was Margot Robbie. But yes.
What?
They do look the same. Look this up right now, okay, on your computers. If you have a computer...
Okay, you can also do this trick. Just picture Jaime Pressly in your mind, and then picture Margot Robbie, and you will realize
They're exactly the
if
same
you
person.
think carefully. You might have to go back.
These
and picture
are
Jaime Pressly
women
again.
who are like 250 years apart. I don't know what's going on with the two of these gentlemen right now.
That just says a lot about how good Jaime Pressly looks.
Jamie
that they look
Pressly
exactly the
is
same.
sex.
Maybe that's a little insulting to Margot Robbie.
Sex top to bottom.
I think Margot Robbie will not look as good as Jaime Pressly when she.
We
gets...
have to steer far away from where we are right now.
Yeah.
In this climate of sexual abuse and misconduct, we are headed into dark waters.
Dark, yeah.
So let's, on that dark note, shall we end it?
Don't watch either of these fucking animal movies. Just hold out for Wing Commander.
Jill, you were all like, we're all
Yeah,
gonna do animal
you
movies.
just said, and
I
you also
literally
just
only
said
picked this movie.
that if you're listening to this thing, you should watch the movies. You just said that.
I know, but then I said Wing Commander.
If you
And
guys,
what's
she cannot
done is
make up her
done.
fucking minds. We're getting jerked in 8 directions.
It has
by
been
Jill.
recorded. Wing Commander.
Wow. Okay, I only picked this movie because I didn't want to disappoint you, literally.
Okay,
This was not a disappointment. in
I have
mind.
my animal movie ready to go.
This
if
was, like, the
everyone
worst
can
movie I've
stomach
I
ever
feel
seen.
like you're bluffing
one more
though.
animal.
Like,
I have 2 ready.
not
to
that
go.
you don't have them ready. That you're like you want like they're probably worse.
By the way,
I feel like
0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
it's
Yeah.
worth mentioning about this movie that it was directed by the guy who directed A Fucking Christmas Story, by the way.
I love
Okay, he directed a Christmas story,
Story.
not the porn version of fucking Christmas Story.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right.
Yeah.
You are right. And Porky's and Baby Geniuses.
His name is Bob Clark. He directed Porky's though. That's a movie. I mean, that's a real movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Christmas Story is a
I
more
love
real
A
movie
Christmas
than
Story.
Porky's.
No,
They
Porky's
have
is
a
better movie.
one-legged stocking-wearing lamp.
Yeah,
for
Christmas
it.
Story is a shitty movie.
What?
Yeah.
You just made me really sad.
What? Who doesn't like that?
It's November.
that fucking
It's
Christmas
basically
movie?
Christmas
I also
time
don't
to
like
me.
Battlestar.
Don't even. Why would you?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Holy shit. Okay, also, what's your favorite Star Trek? Enterprise?
We're done.
Fucking
We're done.
Enterprise?
I'm done.
Star Trek. Hey, I'm more of a fan of the Search for Spork.
Okay.
Okay.
It's too My name is Jillian, and if anyone hears this later,
Please send help.
you'll know why what happened happened.
Send SEAL Team 6 to save Jillian from these bad movies.
Please, please.
Alright, that's it. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
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 Alright, you guys, let's order some hookers.